Before my wedding, my vision, which I lost after saving Bruce, unexpectedly returned. Overjoyed, I hurried to share the wonderful news with him, but as I stepped into the living room, I froze. Bruce and my cousin, Carrie, were in a passionate embrace. Bruce, the baby is perfectly healthy now. The doctor said we can sleep together again. Why don't we do it right here in the living room? Also, isn't it thrilling to do it here while Nancy is asleep in her room? Shut up. Don't joke about my wife like that. Bruce snapped at her, but his reprimand was accompanied by a kiss. I stood there, watching in shock as their movements grew more intense and their breathing became heavier. Only then did I piece it all together. Their sudden shared enthusiasm for indoor workouts 6 months ago wasn't about fitness at all. Covering my mouth to stifle a sob, I turned back to my room and shut the door. I decided then and there, Bruce didn't need to know I had recovered. Reaching for my phone, I dialed my mother. Mom, I'm not marrying Bruce anymore. I'll marry the comatose heir of the Blakes instead. I don't need Bruce in my life. As the grunts and moans outside the room gradually stopped, Bruce said from outside, Nancy, something came up at the office. I'll have to make a trip there. My cousin, Carrie, also told me she was heading out to get some bread to make me a sandwich. Hearing no response from me, they thought I was asleep. They left together, hand in hand. I secretly followed them and noticed that they were headed to Bruce's parents' place nearby. As the front door opened, Bruce's siblings stood by the door with gifts in their hands. Happy pregnancy, Carrie. Congratulations, Bruce. You're going to be a father. I covered my mouth in shock. I tried not to make a sound while tears streamed down my face. Bruce's mother also went to the front door to welcome Carrie inside, holding her by the arm. It's good that you're having Bruce's child. I was really worried that my grandchildren would inherit that blind woman's genes. The Wills will finally have healthy grandchildren, yeah. If it weren't for Bruce's kindness, no one in Kent City would want to marry that blind Nancy. Just because her family is wealthy, she acts all high and mighty. Carrie is so much better than her. Bruce's gaze turned a little icy. Don't ever say that. Nancy lost her sight because of me. Everyone ignored Bruce and continued to discuss what to name the child. I was so heartbroken that I could barely breathe. I ran back home. Tears streamed down my face without control. Bruce's siblings had always been kind and nice to me. I never knew they were such two-faced people. Not long after, my mother called. Nancy, the Blakes have agreed to the marriage. The engagement ceremony will be held 3 days later. Darling, no matter what, I will always support you. Bruce isn't treating you right. Let's swap him off, shall we, MMH? Okay, I replied with a catch in my throat. At midnight, Bruce woke me up and handed me a glass of milk to drink. This had been his routine every day. I reached out my hand when he suddenly grabbed it. Nancy, why is your hand injured? Did you go out today? It's all my fault for not protecting you. Don't worry. Once we get married, I'll always be by your side. When he saw my body trembling, he held me by the shoulder in reassurance. He placed the glass of milk in my mouth. Good girl. Drink up and head back to bed. Bruce had told me more than once about how me drinking milk obediently would give him a sense of a happy home. Even if I never liked to, I would do it for him. This time, the moment he left, I spat the milk out.